Welcome to the RavensSpace on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is a RavensSpace Daily where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed to the RavensSpace YouTube. Also, please subscribe to our different social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Before I start, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching these videos. You guys give great advice in the comments. I take everything that you guys say and I try to incorporate it. So for something that you said, please know that I saw it and I'm going to try to incorporate it in the future. I want to say that. So we'll hop into our first topic, which is from Peter King. And as you guys know, Peter King is a big guy in the world of sports media. He's from Monday Morning Quarterback. And he had an interview and he's not sure where the Ravens stand this season. In the past, Peter King has been a very big proponent for the Ravens. I believe last year he said that we were going to make it to the conference championship. He's a very big proponent of the Ravens and everything that we do. You know, he thinks we're a good team, we have a good coach and different things like that. However, this year, he's not sure where we'll go. So I'll read you guys the quote from Peter, and he says, "As with many teams in the middle of the list, the Ravens could go either way. I could see them win 11. I could see them lose 10. So, you know, there's a lot of things that Peter King is unsure about because we're a good team, but, you know, all the pieces gel, and is the defense being strong enough to take us to the promised land in today's league? He also wrote something that we've all been talking about the importance of Joe Flacco. And again, he wrote, "Again, so much of this is up to Joe Flacco. Last year was his most accurate season ever, but he lost 2 pairs of sure hands and desperately needs to bond with Woodhead to give Baltimore 80 to 90 easy chain moving completions." So you can see how he feels about the Ravens this season and where they're going to go. He finished up by saying his prediction is that a 5-1 finish saves jobs in Baltimore, which means if the Ravens, you know, the last 6 games, if they win 5 of them, people won't get fired. People as in John Harbaugh, right? Ozzie won't get fired. I think Ozzie has proven his worth, but the biggest way to affect change in NFL is to change coaches. But that's a question for another time. But what you can see is that one of our biggest fans is unsure about where we'll land. One of our biggest fans in the media. So he's not a real fan, but he's always been, you know, supportive of the Ravens in the media. But again, he really thinks that we're up in the air. I think we're closer to 11 wins than 10 losses. You can't, with a great defense, you can't lose 10 games in this league, I don't think. Especially going against the teams that we're going to go against, like the Browns twice and the Bengals twice. I don't think that we'll lose 10 games. I think it's closer to, you know, a 8-8 or 9-7 season. 10 games. If we lost 10 games, I'll be very disappointed. And I would say that Ozzie made the wrong decision by investing in defense so heavily. So let me know what you think the Ravens are going to finish up this year. And do you like Peter King? He's okay, in my opinion. But if you like him, let me know in the comments. So the next story is also talking about the defense. And it talks about some quotes that Tony Jefferson gave in his interview to NFL Network. Again, Tony Jefferson is the great strong safety that came over from the Arizona Cardinals this offseason. And he has supreme confidence in our defense. Jefferson said, "We got a great defense that this front office put together. We have an opportunity to be legendary." So again, a bold statement from a bold player, really. So the Ravens spent $56 million in guaranteed money to make the defense better. They spent the first 4 draft picks on defense, so we have to step up to the plate and be worth our salt in this game. So it might be a little challenging, but I think that, you know, if we can play like we should play, we can be an elite defense. I won't say legendary because I wouldn't make a claim like that. But our cornerbacks are going to be great. Our safety is going to be great. Middle linebacker, we have a hole for the weak linebacker, but the strong linebacker, as in the strong side linebacker, Mosley is going to be awesome. I still have faith in Terrell Suggs. I think Tyus Bowser or Judon will step up. And I like Brandon Williams, and I love Wormley. So we'll see how great our defense can really be. Again, we only need one player on the defense to spark something. If we get one of those young pass rushers to go off and have a 10-sack year or something like that, our defense has a very, very good chance at being elite. So let me know what your projections for the defense are. I think that we'll average 14 points a game, but I think we'll have a lot of turnovers. That's what I think, how our defense will be great. So, and then for the last article of the day, it's about Danny Woodhead and how effective he can be this season. So Danny Woodhead, of course, has ACL injury last year, 3 games into the season, but the BaltimoreRavens.com says he's good to go. He's ready to return and make an impact for the Ravens. He's 100% basically. And so, he says that he wants to return to his form, but he's not going to try to prove anything to anyone. And if he can say what he wants, but he wants to prove that he's still a great player. Also, he wants to prove that he can be the star of this team, because I think there is a opening there that the Ravens are trying to say that Terrence West has, but I think it's more wide open than that. I think by the end of the season, Danny Woodhead could be the running back with the most snaps. And it's just because that he's a good runner, he's a shifty runner, similar to Terrence West in many ways, where he can finally get up and be shifty. But he's a much better pass catcher than any running back we have on the roster. So I think that those are easy completions for Joe Flacco. Keeping him on the field will prevent defenses from stacking the box. It would keep them honest. And so you can get those easy 3-4 yard runs on money downs. But you can also, kick it out to Woodhead to get an easy first down. So I think that he will be great. I think he'll be the starter by the end of the season. I really do. That was my bold prediction, that Danny Woodhead will be the starter by the end of the season. So let me know. I know a lot of you guys like Dixon. Less of you guys like Terrence West. Dixon's good, but he's super raw to me still. So I think Woodhead has the advantage over both of them. Again, let me know who you like in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. We'll get to the mailbag question of the day. I'm super, super happy. Please send your questions to TheRavensSpace@gmail.com. We'll go right into the question, which is from Camden. And Camden asks, hey, love the videos, but when will the Ravens sign Victor Cruz so he can come and start OTAs with the Ravens? Thank you so much, Camden, for your question. I have some bad news for you, Camden. We'll start with the not terrible news. And it's that if the Ravens sign Victor Cruz, I don't think it'll be in the beginning of OTAs. I think it'll be toward the end. He's a veteran player, doesn't want to do OTAs, different things like that. You have some players like, if you remember, Michael Strahan, who just sat out of OTAs, right? He said he wasn't going to come, didn't sign his contract, and then at the last second signed it. So he didn't have to do OTAs. Anquan Boldin's doing the same thing. So if Anquan Boldin signs with the team, it'll be after OTAs. So I don't think you'll see him in OTAs. So that's the first bad news. The second bad news is that now I'm not even so sure that Victor Cruz is going to be a Raven. And that's just because I haven't seen any news of them meeting. And usually you do meet with a player before, they come in and, sign so they can get a feel and everything like that. Victor Cruz has been doing some sports talk radio in New York, which is weird for a free agent to do, especially if he's going to move to another team. So it's a little weird, but I think that it may be a longer shot than we thought it was a couple of months ago. I think it still has a chance of happening, but I know for sure that he won't be in the beginning of OTAs. It'll be toward the end of OTAs when he signs to any team. So thank you so much for your question, Camden. And that's the show for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. please subscribe to the RavensSpace YouTube. Subscribe to our different social media channels. We have some great things coming for you guys, opportunities for you to get more involved in the community, of the RavensSpace community, and different things like that, and opportunities for me to give you guys more. So thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.